For those of you that have not seen a medicine wheel, so that's what it looks like when you see it. So looking at every aspect of life, not just one focus. So it is the balance and the interaction of all the four aspects of human nature. So we have four aspects in our human nature. That's the physical, mental, social, emotional, spiritual, which leads us to health and well-being of our body, our mind, and our spirit. And those four aspects have to be in, or we try to make those in balance.
The medicine wheel is central to how First Nations peoples go through a lifetime of spiritual learning.
It's about a way of living, it's about a philosophy, it's about living in balance, in harmony not just within me, but within all of creation. The medicine wheel represents a way of thinking, a circular pattern of thinking, and that's the idea of the community. The community built their teepees or their wigwams or their sweat lodges. They were all in the form of a circle.
As a symbol, it speaks so strongly. First of all, it's circular, it's seasonal, it's cyclical, and there's inclusiveness, there's equality. It's influenced even the way, as Oblates, we had our meetings in Saskatoon. After more and more of us got involved in First Nations ministry, we started meeting in a circle where we could have eye contact and see each other. And that's influenced even the way we meet. There's direction and there's movement within the circle, and it connects us.
So those directions that are in that medicine wheel, we talked about four directions, but there are also the up, down, and the center. So there's 7 directions altogether. Well, what they do is they teach us something. They give us direction, which way to go. They nourish us, and they give us strength so that we can be strong to strive for that wholeness. And it guides our way of life, you know.
And the teachings of the medicine wheel. It was never written anywhere. Everything is done by the oral tradition, and we lived that way. We were taught to live that way. Like, for example, respect, how to treat one another, how to treat the elders, the elderly people, how to treat the animals.
And it guides our way of life. Life that we must respect. And it helps us to understand the meaning of life. What is life? What is it all about? And so when we do this, when we respect ourselves, when we respect others, when we respect the creation, the flowers, the grasses, the animals, then we're respecting the Creator.
My father would always say, never say that you know more than someone else. You know, like come in and say, no, I know that, you don't know it, or, you know, never say that. Never say that you have more than someone else. You know, like, let's say I have a big house, I have a big car, I got 2 cars or 3 cars, or I got a boat, and, you know, no, he said, no. Never say that you have more than someone else. And so that was the teaching on humility, you know, to say that, you know, that you never put yourself up higher than someone else.
That's basically what we are trying to accomplish, is through forgiveness and through showing other people that we really do love each other. I think that when we are able to walk across to another person and shake hands, we're also shaking hands with the Jesus that's in that person and respecting them.
The way I've been taught is a sense of being connected to God, to the Creator, whatever language we use. But the Spirit, the realm of the Spirit is very present. It's not seen, but people are very aware of the spiritual world. And so it affects all aspects of life.
So when it's all there, it's completeness, it's whole. But you know, because it has 4 parts to it, 4 quadrants or 4 directions, each of those directions are interdependent upon the other.
The medicine wheel is constant reflecting on life. And so it's always putting your life in perspective. It's a reflection of who we are in relationship to the Creator, to ourselves and to one another and to all of creation. And so people who live out of that kind of context bring together their whole life in worship. And it's body, mind, soul, and spirit. It's all the different aspects of who we can be.